It's time for a garden update. This is April 2024 tropical garden update in El Valle de Anton, Panama. Let's see what's new. I have not checked those yet to see if the roots are developing by air layering the bamboo, but one of these days I'm gonna check it. Still don't know the name of this one, but I'll look it up on the Google app. I just stuck these in the ground with a little bit of aloe vera on the end of the stem. I'll probably trim back the leaves. Generally, you can just stick stuff in the ground and it'll grow. So that's what I'm doing with that plant there. Over against the container, the morning glories are actually doing really well. And I found some wood to kind of layer in these like some of these plants that don't require soil, so that might look nice against the container wall. We'll see how that goes. Oh, a big surprise was that these finally developed a blossom. I've had these in the ground for over a year and they really struggled. I mean, they were not doing well at all. And now they're doing well. New shoots are coming up and they've blossomed. I'm so excited because I love like the blue and lavender and kind of purplish flowers. All right, let's get a little close up of that morning glory. So pretty. I am not sure about this cherimoya. It had produced a few leaves and now it's back to this one little sad leaf. So I am not sure if that's actually growing, if it's staying alive. We'll see. The white ginger seems to be taking. That will be nice to see that grow. The gardenia is doing great. It's got a little complimentary white blossom from this plant that is a medicinal plant. It doesn't have any kind of fragrance. I've got some rosemary going. I think that actually might do pretty well. The basil's doing well. It's actually rooted a little bit into the ground beneath the pot. This stuff has sprung back to life with a couple of rains that we've had. So my plan to severely prune it back, I might actually rethink that and not do that because it looks like it's doing great. The zinnias are doing well. I planted some more. You can see the little seedlings that are coming up. Yesterday I got another bromeliad because I want to put bromeliads in this area, and the peace lilies are gonna spread a bit, but I really like how the white peace lily looks with the white of the gardenia. I think this is going to be a nice little section once it all fills in. I am super excited about this plant. This is a jade vine. I'm gonna show a picture of it because obviously this has a long way to go. But I bought one over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago now, And I didn't plant it in April because I didn't have a property, and it died. So I went back to that vivero, and I think the guy was a little reluctant to sell me another, but I bought it, and it is doing well. Nothing much new over here in that corner. The tomato plants that were volunteers have been producing, but I think they're actually dying back now. I have another papaya tree that's popping up. And this palm is looking good. That one's gonna grow pretty tall, maybe like 20 feet or so, and it should kind of stalk out in like 3 different stalks. I'm pretty sure that this climbing petunia is not getting enough soil nutrients because this soil is very sandy. Oh wow, I think, oh, that's a petunia. Okay. I'm getting rid of some of this purple stuff because I did not plant it there. It just grew there. And I think it's kind of choking out some of the plants that I planted purposefully, like this one. But I think it was good for a little while actually to give this some shade, and now with rainy season coming, you can see it's starting to get some new growth, and I'll just continue to kind of cut this back as that plant develops a little more strength. There's more of those tomatoes. They're not super yummy, but I used them in sauce. They were fine. Let's see, on the hammock patio, I still haven't done anything yet, as you can see, but I have a plan. Got another papaya tree over there. And this clump is starting to blossom. Very excited because the clump has grown, and that's just going to be beautiful when all those white blossoms start to develop. Because this is the moon garden corner, so I wanted to plant all things that were white. That is a lily that's white, but the jury's out as to whether it's really going to do well. But this is actually doing very well. And I know the name of it now. It's Musayena. Musayena. I don't know. I know what it is, but I can't pronounce it. This is a very, very slow growing white globe ginger that should be developing sometime in the future. I had a casualty from the wind. Not sure if I'll be able to stake that, but I think what I'll do is just prune it because it clearly will develop new buds. So I think if I just prune it back, prop it up, give it a stake to hold on to. The lemon tree still got that one lemon on it. I had a guest stay here who actually helped me take the plunge and do some pruning of the trees, and now it actually is starting to really look like a tree. I'm always reluctant to cut the suckers, thinking that somehow it damages the tree, but it actually is helping the tree. Like the guava tree, for example. I don't know if you can see, but I did some pruning on that. I've been giving it some neem oil. The leaves are starting to look a little healthier. This soil is very heavy with clay here, so every chance I get, I'm trying to amend it. And I just put these little purple plants in the ground yesterday. Just think that looks like a really nice combination. I harvested that one pumpkin, and this one doesn't really look like it's doing all that well. Planted more zinnias here. Those are doing well. Canna lilies are doing okay. They're constantly battling some form of fungus or another, I notice. The ginger is doing well. It's starting to creep out toward the hibiscus. I think that's going to be a nice blending to have the ginger and hibiscus flowers together. This little guy on the corner is still not thriving, but I remain hopeful. It was a little dry in this corner, so I was trying to water it a little more. Very excited that there are more pink ginger blossoms coming. There's one coming. This one is pretty much done. And another one ready to blossom. Oh, and another one over here, right next to the magenta color. Very nice. This is the datura. Now I know what that is. One that's very fragrant in the evenings and psychedelic if you ingest it. I have cuttings of the, oh, this has some bugs on it. Confederate rose. I have some cuttings that I'm gonna plant because I absolutely love this plant. Nothing too new over here. All this stuff is the backdrop to Pink Hill. Begonias are doing well. These actually sprung back to life. These pink banana plants. Gave them a little more water, and I think I gave them a little fertilizer. I am really happy to see leaves on what I call the Q-tip plant. I cut it back, not really very hopeful that it was going to survive because it seemed like everything was getting it. Bugs, fungus, And now there's leaves, so that I'm very excited about. Have the last bit of blossoms on this one. I think that's why it didn't bloom after I first planted it, because it is seasonal. The papayas are growing. Apparently this is a female because the blossom is right next to the stalk. Oh my gosh, there's one that bloomed. Ooh, look, look, look. Wow. Oh, wow. All right, so that's a female too. Now we have to see if I have a male plant. This looks like it's a female too. I just need one male. Oh no, I think I have all females. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 females. Oh, 6. 6 females. Unless one of them is a hermaphrodite, I'm not going to get fruit. Unless some of the other volunteers are males. So we'll see. Walking iris doing well. Been giving them some fertilizer. This complementary plant is doing well. It's, you know, spreading out nicely. All right, let's go to a different area. Oh, the compost. Man, that stuff is complicated. It was doing well, and then it stopped doing well, and I just got like a compost booster to put in here. But that doesn't seem to be having much of an effect. I might have to go get more horse manure. There's a bunch, not a bundle. Oh gosh, probably have to trim back some of those leaves. That's a little bit tangled with a mess. Papyrus. Another datura here. This one has blossomed a few times. This section needs work, but that orange Mosaiena, whatever it is, that came back. I think it was maybe last month that I pruned it back and there was only a little bit of growth, and now it's back to full on flowering. I really love this color. So this is kind of like my orange and yellow red section. Happy to see that some of the heliconias that got weed whacked are returning. That is a happy thing to see. This is a fun project, and I'm just going to seal them with some sealer so that the rain doesn't wash away all the paint. Thanks for coming on the garden tour with me. If you know the names of any plants or have any tips for the compost pile, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Helps the channel grow, which I would appreciate, of course. And see you next month for the next update.